Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Denison, your billionaire farmer. So in this video, I'm going to give you the total breakdown of how much you need to start a turkey farming business in Nigeria. I'm making this video because a lot of people have reached out to me based on the video that I've made about turkey farming business in Nigeria, and I'm also going to link the video here, so if you have not watched it, you are going to watch it. So in this video is just detail how much you need, what are the key things that you will need before you can start. So the prices or the amount of money you are going to see here might differ, right, depending on which year you're watching this video or which location, and several other changes that might happen in the economy. So these prices I'm giving you here, they are not fixed, but they are good, and I've picked the best things that you need to know as a beginner. You know, this is a class, right? You have come to a class where you are going to learn. This one, I'm not just showing you videos of turkey. I've done that in the other video. This one is the mathematical aspect of this business. So let's start. So first, introduction to turkey farming costs. So we're looking at the cost. Starting a turkey farm involves several key expenses, and I've divided them into 5 major categories. Number 1, you need what? Land and housing. Number 2, you need feed and stocking. Number 3, you need labor. Number 4, you need healthcare and other expenses that as a business you will also face. So these are the key things, the key 5 things. There are many other things, right? But for a starter, these are the key 5 things you have to look into, study before you invest your money into this business. So land and housing, I will discuss them one after another so that you understand their relevance, because just seeing them here, they might look wide or vast, but I've done a good job. I've broke them down. So let's go into it. Okay, now land and housing. As you're starting out new, you need the following. You need to purchase land, or maybe rent an existing farm, right? Then the turkey housing. Yeah, so maybe you want to start with a pen. You construct a small pen, or you start it with cage, construct a small cage. So if you're starting a complete farm, let's say you have bought your land, right? Then you need to fence. I have a video on what are the things that you need to consider before you purchase any farmland. I will also drop the video so that you can watch, because many people purchase land wrongly and end up maybe losing the property, or maybe running into challenges that comes with you not knowing. So I'll also drop that video here for us to watch. So now equipment. What are the equipment? So your turkey will need feeders, they will need drinkers, basic things. These are the things they need. So I just gave us an estimate here, a cost estimate. I said, okay, let's assume you are buying land, depending on your location, 500,000. Let's say from 500 to 2 million, you have bought land, you have built your pen or maybe cage, right? Then you have bought the equipment that this turkey will be using in the pen. So we have just given that to be 500 to 2 million. It might be way more than that, but these are the things. If you are writing down your plan now, you look at, okay, how much am I moving it to land? Okay, building the pen, the carpenter you're going to use, how much will the person charge you, right? The mason that is building the pen for you, or the person that is constructing the cage for you, how much are they going to charge you? All of that. Don't just start. You have to have those calculations, get them done, write them out before you invest. You can get a mess and say, okay, if I'm fencing 100 by 50 plot of land, how many blocks do I need? How many sharp sand do I need? When you get all those calculations, then you can know. Maybe it might, after doing that, maybe you bought land, only land was 2 million or 5 million. The money will be way more than this, but at least you know that these are the things you need to calculate, right? So let's say from getting the pen ready and buying the equipment, we have budgeted 2 million naira. Good. So let's move to feed costs. feeding in poultry business usually determine your output. So anything livestock business is garbage in, garbage out. What this means is that it is what you put or how you feed your birds. Don't go into big turkey business based on what people say, and turkey they can feed on anything, so you just pack anything from the dustbin, you give your turkey. No, those people that say this, they are not commercial farmers. And you're a commercial farmer, you are coming here to make money, so you need to put in quality resources so that your output will also be quality. Quality inputs leads to what? Quality output. So in feed production, or considering feed now, we have commercial feed and homemade feed. I'll also make a video on how to make feed by yourself. At least I'll give you the formula and the ingredients that you need, how to calculate and everything. Because if you're staying long in farming, I always advise that you at least try to make your own feed. Even if it's not 100%, you can buy a little based on and then mix with what you have. But let's assume you're starting with a cage. You can make your own feed. It's very simple. So commercial feed, you're buying the already made feed. The challenge with the already made feed is that most times the ingredients that are needed, some of these companies, they don't put them to the maximum. They just a kind of rush and look for ways to make profit. I won't call their names, right? Because that is not too good for their own business. But as a commercial farmer, you also need to know the nutrients that your business, your birds will need. When you know the ingredients, you will be able to formulate feed yourself. But when you buy the feed, you check for the ingredients and you know. So now we have discussed about feed. So the monthly feed cost per turkey, you have to also know that. You have to also know that, because if you're starting with 20 turkey, or let me say 50 turkey or 100 turkey, depending on your budget, you have to calculate one turkey will eat how much worth of feed. When you calculate, okay, I'm buying 50 and I'm keeping this 50 for 5 months. So in this 5 month time, how much are they going to eat? And if their feeding grows as they grow, right? So if you buy turkey from day one and you buy 50 kg worth of feed, maybe within 2 weeks they have not even finished it, depending on their numbers anyway. But as they grow, when it gets to week 2, week 3, week 4, week 5, they are consuming more. A time will come where one turkey can finish 30 kg of feed, maybe in a week or maybe in a day, depending on how big they are, right? So you have to calculate, and thank God I've made that calculation for you, right? I've made that calculation for you. You just check the comment of this video, you will see the feeding timetable or the feeding plan that I've drafted out for you. There you can see how much feed you need to give your turkey from day one and the expected output. It might not be 100% accurate depending on the breed of turkey that you buy to, but it will also give you an idea that okay, one turkey is going to eat 1 kg when it's 1 week or when it's 2 weeks. So you can see the time is very clear. I've explained everything, so I will put the link under the description of this video, so you download the timetable, have it with you, and then you can calculate. If you are doing with 5 turkey, you will know how many bag of feed you need to buy and keep. If you are keeping them for 4 months, you know how many bags you need to buy and keep. So if you are doing 100 turkey, you will know how many bag of feed you need to buy and keep. I always advise beginner farmers, don't go into farming without having the complete money you need. It's a risk, because you'll be stranded at a stage where you ought not to be stranded. So it is better for you to calculate ahead of time. So this is what that timetable. Don't forget, check the description of this video and download it, have it with you. It will guide you so that you know what to do. Now, labor costs. So if you're starting, you need few hands, maybe 1 or 2 staff that will be working with you, right? You need to pay them salaries, you need to take care of them, and then you also possibly outsource your veterinary services. You need a vet doctor to come and check your turkey from time to time. So how much are you paying this person? You also make the budget for that. If this person is going to work with you for 5 months, how much are you paying the vet doctor per month? Calculate it, arrange the money. This we are summing this up all to have the capital that you need. Salary for staff, are you having 4 staff or 3 staff? Okay, are you paying them $50 per month? So you calculate for all the staff that you have and keep. So this will help you know. So based on my estimate, I just assume that okay, from 30,000 to 100,000 per month per worker, right? So depending on the number of workers you are going to have, you know your labor cost. Here we are calculating labor cost. So next we are looking at what? Healthcare and veterinary services. Do not compromise on the health of your birds. As you take good care of them, they will take good care of your bank account. So these are the things we have to prepare for. Vaccination. Know how many vaccines you are going to give them. From week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. There are different vaccinations that will give these birds. So you have to know their cost. It's very easy. You can just go to a vet doctor or a veterinary store. They will give you, just go with the list of the vaccines that you need, and they will give you all the vaccinations that you need. I will make a separate video on vaccination and how to administer it. Even as a beginner, you can just read it and you go ahead. So emergency treatment, you know, sometimes you can have maybe your birds will have sickness, like you didn't plan for that, but it's good to also have money for that. Yes, budget money for that. So it could be from 100,000 to 200,000 depending on the capacity of your farm. Now looking at the miscellaneous costs, right? These are things that they are expenses that you spend money on daily, weekly or monthly. Some are unknown because you can't tell everything, yeah. So but some you might know them, like water and electricity, transportation, that is moving feed to the farm, moving yourself to the farm, transporting maybe some of your workers to the farm. You have to budget money for this. Then of course licensing and permit is very important if you're starting business, at least in Nigeria, based on the law that we have. Corporate Affairs Commission, CAC, there's a law that before you start a business, a legal business, it should be registered. So you have to register your farm. Don't just start farming without a name or without being registered. There are some countries where you might even be arrested. It is considered as an illegal business. So it's very, very important that as you're starting your farm, register the farm, have all the permit. If it requires that you have permit before you start turkey farm, get it. It will help you in your farm too, right? So this permit now, it might not just be from government, but maybe you can have an association of turkey farmers within your community. Join it, have the license. It will help you. So you have to also budget money for that. No, ask question. If I need to register my business as a limited liability company or as a cooperative, how much do I need? Budget that money, right? So total cost now. So your total startup cost, so this is the total amount of money it will cost to build stock and feeding of turkey. Let's assume is 1.5 million. So what we have calculated here, you bought land, yeah, you employ your staff, you do so many things. How much would that all cost you? 1.5. You have written it down. So now we're looking at monthly operational costs. These are the costs that you must spend, right, on the farm on daily basis. On daily basis, could be monthly. Let's assume 150,000. Could be more than that per month. So every month on my turkey farm, I have maybe 500 turkey or 1,000 turkey. But our budget on every month that we're spending on this farm is 150,000. You also calculate that. So you now sum everything up. You know that okay, for me to start a small scale turkey farming business in Nigeria, I will need a sum of 1,650,000. That is just a guesswork, right? We are not giving actual figure here. It is impossible to give actual figure. If I do that, it will because of based on my location. I remember one of the video I did on cassava farming, and I gave costing. People reached out to me and we check and we discover that this one is this renting of 1 hectare is more than what you say, it is because of my environment. So I decided to make this video not mentioning the exact figure, so that there will be no confusion. Where I'm coming from, I might be staying in a place where buying land 50,000 you can buy land, or 20,000, $50, depending. But then you're coming from a place where getting one plot will cost you 10 million, so your costing might not be the same. But this is how a small scale farmer, this is how you're going to calculate. You know your total startup costs, you know your monthly operational costs. When you know it now, okay, this is the total capital I need to start this one. This is the total capital I need to start this one. So we have run through all this costing because it will help you. And I will encourage you to watch this video again. Have your book, have your pen, write all these key things that you need out, and go out, make a market survey, and know how much you will need before you start. So thank you so much for watching this video. And if you're serious about starting your turkey farm business, this breakdown should give you a good guide. You can start. Don't worry. When you start, you will know more. And if you need a detailed information or a customized business plan, feel free to reach out to me on WhatsApp, where I can help you, guide you, assist you to write a good business plan, right? So I'll also attach in this video for some people that might need, or let me say people that want to get a good business plan for any agricultural business, right? You can always reach out to me on WhatsApp, and I will attend to you and give you the best. So thank you for watching my video once again. And if you found this video valuable, please subscribe to this channel, share this video. And if you have questions about turkey farming business in Nigeria, you can also drop them in the comment section and I will respond to them. Thank you so much. I remain Dennison, your billionaire farmer.